All right, today's video for reading is actually going to be fairly short because we're going to talk about character traits, which can also be attributes. The traits and attributes mean the same thing. Now, I gave you a list that's in your writing binder. Now, Calvin won't have one of these, but it's a list of different character traits. And remember, those are things like kind, loving, um, funny, but it could also be negative traits, right? Like somebody could be greedy. That could be a character trait or a character attribute. All right. Now, when we think about characters, characters usually have more than one trait or attribute. But there are 5 different ways that we can learn about those character traits. Now, you're not going to use this sheet today, but you can use the character's own thoughts, because a lot of times in books they tell you what a character is thinking, okay? And you can use those to learn about a character's trait or attribute. I'm using attribute, by the way, because that's what they use here, character attributes web. It means the same thing as a character trait, okay? You could use the character's feelings. How are they feeling about something? If something bad happened to somebody that they didn't like, and it made them sad that it happened, you could say that they're pretty loving because they love someone even though they're not a nice person, right? So there's a lot of things that you could get from their feelings about things. Their actions tell you a lot about what they do and what they're like as a person. The words that they use are a really big one. And then here's a really good one: others' reactions to the character. How do people react to the character? What are they doing? We can learn a lot about a person. If other people generally are good to the person, you can say that they're kind of liked by other people, aren't they? And that can be a character trait. Or maybe you can find out that based on how they react to them, that maybe they're kind of evil, all right? Maybe people kind of run away when they see them coming. So how other people react is going to be part of the character traits. Now, I'm going to look more closely at this tomorrow when I show you what we're going to do with it. For today, to get ready to talk about character traits or attributes, you should have a booklet called The Ant in the Photograph. There is going to be one main character whose name is Duran, and you can use Duran as the character, or you could use somebody else as the character. But as you read this, I want you to think about what character traits does Duran, or maybe somebody else in the story, what character traits are they showing, and can you see it in how people react, the character's thoughts, their feelings, their actions, or their words? So as you read, I want you to be a thinker as you read. Think about, what character traits am I seeing about Duran? He's going to be the easiest one to do. Now, you could do somebody else. There's another character in there that you're probably going to, as you read, you might go, oh, I could use that person. And that would be fine, but we'll talk about that tomorrow. All right? So for today, read The Ant in the Photograph, but be a reader who's a thinker. Be thinking about, what character traits are you noticing? Okay, so read this for tomorrow. Tomorrow, we'll talk about what we are going to do with that.